Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Elite Tiger Sports. I am one of your hosts, Benjamin Duncan. Brock's a little under the weather this week, so I will be covering as much of the stuff as I can and the Know Your Enemy and everything later in the episode here. But, let's just start off. What a game this Oklahoma game was this past weekend. Just, wow. What a way to win it with the walk-off fumble recovery for a touchdown into the end zone. Just wow. And also, shout out Drew Pyne. Is he the GOAT? Is he Mizzou legendary status at this point now with his performance in the fourth quarter against Oklahoma? But let's just get to the point though, to be completely real with everybody. Those first 3 quarters of the game was just absolutely miserable to sit through and watch that on TV. I was at my dad's, and just both of us were just about to fall asleep watching that game because it was so boring through the first 3 quarters. But hey, it picked up in the fourth quarter, and we ended up winning. So that's a huge win for the rivalry with us in Oklahoma. But yeah, glad that they got a win. And I think I had originally predicted the score was going to be 27-24 or something. I wasn't exactly on the money, but I was really close with what I had predicted for score-wise, so that's pretty cool. But, other than that, I guess we'll just jump into the news that Brock sent us for our list here for this week, in which we have... Here we go. Starting off from Drew Pyne. He said that Brady Cook is my best friend here. He's been dying to play for this game his whole life. I told him I'd do everything I could to go win this game for him, in which he did. So, good for them. And then he also said, I'd be willing to die out there. I don't care. I love these guys on this team. So, yeah, shout out Drew Pyne, man. For real, he's a fantastic guy. Then we have, for women's volleyball, 9 straight wins. As Colleen Finney, she spoke with the SEC Network following Mizzou's sweep of South Carolina, in which she registered a career best, matching 7 blocks with 6 kills, with in brackets, the .545 percentage on that. So, I think that's good. I don't really know volleyball numbers, but hey, that's cool. And then, for the game against Oklahoma, Drew Pyne had 3 touchdown passes, in which this is the first game in which a Mizzou quarterback had thrown 3 touchdowns since September 30th, 2023, when Brady Cook did it against Vanderbilt. Mizzou did beat Eastern Washington, I believe, the other day, 84-77, in which Caleb Grill, I'd never heard of this guy until last week, had a career best 33 points. He was 8 of 10 with his 3-pointers, and he got the team the W. Mizzou Volleyball is now ranked 25th in the country. Congratulations, ladies. And Coach Drinkwitz has been voted the 2024 Sports Personality of the Year by... What is this? By the Missouri Athletic Club St. Louis. Congratulations, Drink. Much deserved. Mizzou Wrestling kicked off wrestling signing day by signing the Missouri State champion from Liberty High School. Local guy, okay. Peyton Westfall in the 184-pound category. First team All-State and the Missouri State champion. And then also wrestling signed Dominic Bambinelli out of Georgia for the 165, 174-pound category with a 3-time Georgia State champion and 4-time Super 32 All-American and 3-time Fargo All-American. Wrestling also signed David Gleason out of Staley High School, another local guy, for the 165-pound category. He's also a Missouri State champion and 16 under Fargo freestyle runner-up. So, wrestling's going crazy. Mizzou basketball got a sign from St. Louis's own Nicholas Randall, as he is a versatile forward, and he's coming out of Compass Prep High School. Basketball also got Aaron Rowe from Columbia. He went to Father Tolton High School, not one of the main threes, but still there in Columbia. And let's see, he is a top point guard. Mizzou women's basketball beat Tulane 60-52 the other day, so congratulations on winning, ladies. The football team is ranked 23rd in the playoff poll. Mizzou basketball announced their 2025 baseball schedule. So this spring semester when baseball starts, in which there is, let's see, away games are Penn State, UConn, Stetson, UCF, Florida A&M, Alabama State, Southern, LSU, Illinois, Arkansas, SIUE, Florida, Missouri State, Alabama, Kansas, Texas A&M, and the SEC tournament. And the home games are Lindenwood, Evansville, SEMO, Binghamton, Ole Miss, Texas, UAPB, Missouri State, Oklahoma, Georgia, Kansas, and Mississippi State, in which some of those games are part of the Puerto Rico Challenge, the Andre Dawson Classic, and yeah. So, hopefully the baseball team can do well this year. Then we have, from Mizzou Athletics, Caroline Westrup has been inducted into the WGCA Players Hall of Fame. It looks like women's golf, I believe. Congratulations. Mizzou Athletics, we have A Night You Won't Want to Miss, Beauty and the Beast, an event where gymnastics and wrestling compete simultaneously, will be returning to Mizzou Arena on January 3rd at 6 p.m. Let's see, tickets to the event are included on season ticket packages for both sports. That's kind of cool. Then we have another wrestler signing with Mizzou, Hank Benter, out of Columbia for the 125-pound category from Hickman, so a local high school there in Columbia. And he's a 3-time Missouri State champion. Then Mizzou Volleyball welcomed their class of 2025 signees with Maka Lobagilo. Sorry if I totally messed up that name, but yeah, her, Paige Felder, Asia Harvey, Ashley Houston, and Zoe Matias. So, yeah. Welcome, ladies. Mizzou Volleyball also announced that tomorrow, so the day this goes up, Friday, November 15th, they're giving away Mizzou Hawaiian shirt giveaway against Florida. So, be there early, because only the first 300 people will get the Hawaiian shirt. Then, that's all we got from there. So, I guess we will jump into the mailbag. In the mailbag, in which, from Noah, he says, the bowl games I'd like to see Mizzou the bowl games I'd most like to see Mizzou play are in the Citrus Bowl, Liberty Bowl, or Music City Bowl, which makes sense because both the Liberty Bowl and Music City Bowl are probably the closest to Columbia, which would make it pretty easy for Mizzou fans to travel. And then also the Citrus Bowl, considering that it might not be as close as the other two, but Mizzou has been there in the past, and I believe won, so there's that. Then he said, I'm glad to hear you guys will be... Oh, okay. This was for Brock and Tommy checking out the St. Louis Zoo. Noah says that I think you'd really enjoy it. I'm surprised you guys didn't mention that Cody Gauff is the brother of professional tennis star Coco Gauff. Okay, I didn't know that, so thank you, Noah. That's pretty cool. But that's all that we had in the mailbag, and so I guess I'll come up with a question for this week. Let's see. Give me a second to pull this up here. All right. Clicked the wrong button. Let's see. Okay. I have my question here. With the remainder of Mizzou's schedule being, in the regular season, being South Carolina this weekend, Mississippi State, in which I will be in Starkville for that game, and Arkansas in Columbia, which I will be there in Columbia for the Arkansas game as well. So I'll be the first two Mizzou games I will have gone to this season will be the last two. But if Mizzou wins out the last three games, do you think that Mizzou will make it into the bracket of 12 teams for the college football playoffs? Yes or no? And please explain why. I would really like to know what you guys think about Mizzou's chances if they win out. Because I know, for me, I'd probably have to say that a few of the higher up teams that, or at least are in the SEC, we need a few more of those teams to take a couple of losses in order for, even if Mizzou wins out, we'd need somebody ahead of us to drop some games. So, or at least that's my thoughts on that. But, other than that, we just have, let's see, we have, know your enemy. Usually Brock would do this, and I don't know exactly, I know I won't exactly do it just like how Brock does it, but I'll give my own go at it. But know your enemy. The 23rd ranked Missouri Tigers in the college football playoff poll visit the 21st ranked South Carolina Gamecocks this Saturday at 3:15, in which Mizzou is 7-2 and 3-2 in conference play, and South Carolina is 6-3 and 4-3 in conference play. Tickets are going for as low as $89 there at Williams-Brice Stadium. The matchup predictor, according to ESPN Analytics, gives Mizzou a 30.4% chance of winning this game over South Carolina's 69.6% chance. The spread, or the point total, is over under 41.5 points. Spread being South Carolina's favor at minus 14 as of currently. Then, weather is supposed to be 67 degrees for the Mayor's Trophy game. And season leaders, we have passing leaders for the Tigers. Brady Cook, obviously. Nothing's changed from last time since he did not play this past weekend. But we have for South Carolina, Lonoris Sellers, in which he is 115 of 187 with 1,450 yards, with 9 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, in which pretty comparable to Brady Cook, I would say. Just Sellers throws more interceptions than Brady, and Brady hasn't thrown as many touchdowns, but Brady does have more yards. Then rushing yards, Nate Noel still leads Mizzou with 95 carries for 534 yards and 2 touchdowns, to Raheem Rocket Sanders of South Carolina, who has 131 carries for 696 yards and 10 touchdowns. Rocket Sanders is extremely dangerous, and Mizzou needs to make sure they lock him down in the run game. Then receiving leaders for Mizzou, we have Theo Weiss Jr. with 41 receptions, 552 yards, and 3 touchdowns, in which 2 of those came against Oklahoma this past weekend. And for South Carolina, they have Joshua Simon, in which he has 27 receptions for 357 yards and 5 touchdowns. As I will say again, overall, I think these two teams are probably pretty similar, just that South Carolina's run game, I believe, is probably a bit better than Mizzou's with Sanders, and the defense will have to stand firm and lock Sanders down in order to hopefully win this game. Then we will go to South Carolina's defense here. Stats. In which tackles and interceptions are both led by Nick Imanowari with 60 tackles and 4 interceptions. Their kicker, Alex Hara, is perfect, 29 of 29 on extra points, and only 13 of 18 on field goals for a 72.2%, in which he's hasn't made anything over 50, is perfect within 29 yards or shorter, has missed 1 in the 30 to 39, and has missed 3 in the 40 to 49 range. And so the shorter for him, the better. So if the defense is able to hold South Carolina from scoring, if they force them to a long field goal potential, there is a good chance that he might not make that. South Carolina's sack leader easily goes to Kyle Kennard, an edge, with 9.5 sacks, followed by Dylan Stewart at 5.5, and Tonka Hemingway at 4. So, looks like Mizzou, the offensive tackles, have to lock in and make sure that the edge defenders do not get into Brady Cook, and or if Drew Pyne's playing this week, I don't really know. We'll have to see how that goes. And then we will jump to Mizzou's defense and kicking, in which tackles are led by Corey Flagg Jr. with 57, to interceptions, of Trevez Johnson leading the team with 1. The defense definitely doesn't have very many interceptions this year. Kicking, Blake Craig. He is almost perfect from extra points, 26 of 27. And field goals, he is 16 of 24. I didn't realize he had missed that many for a 66.7% field goal percentage, in which anything 29 yards or shorter, he is 5 of 6. 30 to 39, he is perfect, 6 of 6. 40 to 49, he is 1 of 5, youch. And the 50 plus, he is 4 of 7, with his long being 56. So hopefully he can potentially do a little better at making sure, that he is able to make all of the field goals following the rest of this season. Mizzou's sack leader goes to Johnny Walker Jr., defensive end with 4.5. This team definitely has not as many sacks as South Carolina either, so I feel like the defense should try to pressure more. But then Ja'Kai Lang, defensive end with 3, Zion Young, defensive end with 2.5, and followed up with Chris McClellan with another 2.5. That is all of that stuff. In which, let's see. In Mizzou's last 5 games, they are 3 of 5, similar with South Carolina. Then again, also, South Carolina did beat a Texas A&M team pretty badly compared to Mizzou losing really badly to Texas A&M. And they also, South Carolina beat Vanderbilt a lot better than Mizzou did. And they also beat Oklahoma a lot better than Mizzou did. But, yeah, and they should have won against Alabama, in which Mizzou got goose-egged. So, South Carolina's resume does show that they should probably win this game, but we don't want that, and I want the Tigers to win. And so if we go to Winspedia and punch in... Okay, here we go. Full page. Here we go. It was a featured matchup. In the series between Missouri and South Carolina, Mizzou has 9 wins to South Carolina's 5, and Mizzou is currently on a 5-game win streak starting in 2019. And interesting. These two teams played one time in 1979 in Birmingham, Alabama, which Mizzou won. Then they played in 2005 in Shreveport, and Mizzou won. Then when Mizzou joined the SEC, that's when they've played each other every single year since. Interesting. But it looks like looking over the score totals of all these games, I am going to say that Mizzou will win this. I'm going to have it close again. I'm going to say Mizzou wins 28-24 Tigers, and they retain the Mayor's Trophy, or Cup, or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, that's been Know Your Enemy this week, brought to you by me, since Brock's not here to be able to do that. But, other than that, I don't really think I have anything else. So, you can follow me on the Bird app at EliteTigerSports. The E, the T, and the S are capitalized, all one word. You can follow Brock at BrockGorton99. The B and the G are capitalized. I think that's probably pretty much it. We will see you guys next week. And slowly but surely, as we make our way through the rest of the season, and hopefully Mizzou can make it into the college football playoffs. I've been Benjamin Duncan. We will see you later. M-I-Z! Oh man, that was bad. My voice cracked almost. See you guys later.